Yeah. So,
This is our 4th of July episode.
It is the 4th of July episode. I guess it's a little bit late for the 4th of July, but like Amanda, you always say, better late than never.
Sure, yeah. Is that what I say?
I don't know. I mean, I was kind of hoping you'd be like, oh, better late than, but apparently not.
No,
That's
well,
whatever, I guess. So yeah, I guess we're going to talk about American guitar manufacturers, Patriotic guitars, music that you would want on your 4th of July playlist, and who knows what else as we get into the episode.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's get into it. So that's weird. Okay, so if you can, well, we all know this, but you as the listener / viewer, remember that we are now on YouTube. We're trying out some new software, some new ways of doing things. So we just found our first bug. Hopefully in the final product, you won't see it. But welcome back to the Pandemic Guitar Podcast, your favorite guitar and music related podcast. I'm one of your hosts. I am Tim, and with me, as always, on microphones number 2 and number 3, the people who believe it's just my show, but really they're a part of it too. We'll start off with Rick. Rick, our dad, how are you doing?
Not doing too bad. Pretty good. Had a great weekend. Had to take a vacation day, but to make it a 4-day weekend, but still, it was good.
Yeah,
better than nothing.
Yeah. I kind of wish I would have taken a Friday off, and then I would have had, Thursday, Friday, but I didn't, so whatever. And then on microphone number 4, that is Amanda, my sister.
4.
Oh, 3.
3.
Did you switch?
3.
I can never tell. I got it right the first time, though.
Yeah. Hey, I'm doing well. Hanging out. It's hot. It's too hot.
Fantastic. What's the temperature there on your side of the sun?
I think it's 111 today.
Ew.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
That's gotta be. Is there anybody out there doing like live music right now in 111 degree weather?
I mean, they still have like festivals and whatnot. So
I would feel like your guitar strings would just melt on stage.
I know. Yeah.
That's horrible. All right.
Yeah.
Well, everybody's
Not
good.
fun.
What's
Mm-hmm.
new? I mean, I can tell you what's new. So here I am, not too long ago, minding my own business like I normally do, and I get a text message from Amanda asking me if I'm going to see Greta Van Fleet. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And so then you're like, well, they're going to be at the Iowa State Fair.
Yeah.
And I'm not a follower of the Iowa State Fair, but I went ahead and looked. And I shouldn't have done that. I really shouldn't have. Because it led me down the rabbit hole of looking for tickets and all this other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And let me tell you the story. Okay, first, I don't like the Iowa State Fair.
Why?
One because to go to one of the concerts in the grandstands, I believe is what they call it, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have to pay for your ticket. Then you have to pay to get into the fair. Then you have to pay for parking. So I really do wish that they would have like a separate entrance. It's like, okay, I know that there's no way or just say, hey, if you're going to the concert, you get in free that day or something.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not a big fan of large crowded places, and I'm not a big fan of loud super music. So this is why we always like to have hearing protection. But anyway, these tickets to order directly from the fairgrounds, they're like $60, $70, somewhere in there. You ever heard of StubHub?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So to me, that's like online legal ticket scalping because those people, apparently they have this group of people that pay, I assume, a yearly fee or whatever to become like fair fans or something like this. And they get priority over ticket purchases. So any seat that is a good seat has already been purchased by one of these fair fans.
Wow.
And then what they do is they go out to StubHub and they sell them to make a profit. So these are $60 after tax, title, and license if I was a fair fan.
Mm-hmm.
After StubHub, tax, title, and license, I paid $170 a ticket.
Ouch.
Yikes.
Yeah. But I decided, again, thank you, Amanda. I decided to pull the trigger and get the tickets and go see Greta Von Fleet because I want to see them.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking to myself, well, if they're not at the state fair, where are they going to go in my area?
Probably nowhere.
And if they do, it would probably be a large arena. Don't need to say the name, but you can listen to a past episode. I'm not giving them another penny of my money.
No.
So, I decided, I'm going to just suck it up. I'm going to wear some hearing protection, and I'm going to go to the state fair, and I'm going to see Greta Von Fleet here mid-August.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Yeah, like we were texting that day, and I think we got involved in like watching a show of some sort, and so I didn't look at my phone for a bit, and then you're like texting me, you're like, oh, the tickets, this is how much they are, and anyway, so I didn't see it until all later, but then like half an hour later, you're like, nah, I decided to pull the trigger. I bought them. I was like, I just like started laughing. I was like, okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Well, there's a price to pay, but
it'll be worth it, I think.
I think it will too. I'm a big fan of Greta Von Fleet, so it should be a good time.
Yeah. Hopefully it's just not too hot because that'll be miserable.
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping it won't be in the hundreds, but I'm sure it'll be up there pretty close. But obviously, since we have my wife and I have that concert coming up, Dad, you remember, what was it, last year, the year before we went to go see Joe Bonamassa, we did an episode, we talked about hearing protection and so forth. Mm-hmm. So I had picked up a pair of Soundbrenner Minuendos or something like that, pretty close. About $150 is, I think, what the price is. And they've been great. They've worked great. I've used them a whole bunch of times, but just recently I went to go clean them, and the little screens that kind of try to keep the earwax outside of the earplugs, they came off.
Nice.
So not exactly happy about that. And I'm like, well, maybe I'm going to look. So I did a little bit of research. I found another company that's about half the price, actually about a third of the price, really. So those earplugs should be coming in here, hopefully in the next couple of days. Hopefully I'll have them before this episode actually releases. So I guess next episode, tune in and maybe I'll do a quick little review what I think of those.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, and then, Dad, I think you're working on a guitar.
Yeah, in between many, many things that I work on.
Right. Well, we are, our favorite hobby is, in fact, having hobbies.
That's right, yeah. Yeah, so, yeah, I'm working on, as I said before, working on a guitar. And I got we can talk about the neck, I guess. I got the neck and had the, carved out the neck. That's all done by a router. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
And
so this is a brand new neck. It's not refurbished. It's not like one you bought.
No. It's out of a piece of quarter sawn maple, rock maple, and that's what it looks like after I get done with my router.
just the router. That's it.
No.
Play.
No, I gotta drill the holes for the tuners. I gotta put the truss rod in it. Gotta put the frets in it. Gotta put the dots in there too, and on the front because it's all maple. And I gotta put the dots on the side too. So got that all done. And
I was going to say, it looks like all that stuff is already on there. It looks like the only thing you're really missing is some sort of logo on the headstock.
That's right. Yeah. I'm going to put a logo on the headstock. Probably same one I put on my other Strat that I built. So, and then I got the electronics, so I got the pickups for it.
You went with single coils, it looks like.
Yes, they're actually humbuckers, but they're sort of different. They're what they consider noiseless Strat pickups, and they're from Damasio. And I picked up 3 of them, each one different. I think they're Aneco 5 magnets in them, if I'm not mistaken. They're pretty popular. But as you can see by the picture here, I don't have it wired up or anything like that. I do have the pots in there. I have 250K pots. I got to solder them up and got the switch in there. Got to do that. Got to put the knobs on the other side too.
It looks like from that picture there. It looks like the volume knob is the pot for the volume is pretty dang close to that pickup.
Yeah, that's the way they are in Strats. They're always like that.
Yeah, I never noticed that. Now,
yep.
You're gonna make me want to go look now.
Yeah, you can take one apart. They're all like that. And then I got the body back the other day from the painter, and
you brought it to a painter?
Yeah.
You didn't paint it yourself?
No.
What?
No.
Really?
No. Yeah. I had a guy that I know do it. He has a spray shop, so
Nice.
We did use aerosol cans though to paint it.
No, you didn't.
Yes.
Really? So
Yep.
is this the cream color that you've been looking for?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yep. It's the cream
it's called
color
buttercream, right?
Yes, buttercream. And
Buttercream.
and this is a Fender thin line. The thin line has the F hole in the top of it, and that is hollowed out on the top side. So it's
Nice.
a pretty in-depth project. I still got a lot to do on it.
It looks like it's coming along.
Yeah, I mean, you got looks like you're most of the way there. I mean, you just got to put a few things together, and then you're done.
Halfway. About halfway.
About halfway. Oh, well, a lot farther than I am.
Yeah,
I haven't even started.
I mean, there's a lot of setup still to do on it. I gotta put the bridge in it. I got the holes drilled. Well, I drilled the holes. I drilled a lot of the holes before it went into the painter, and I got to re-drill some of them out. I put a little bit of putty in there so that the paint, it doesn't chip or anything like that. So I sort of got to take an awl. I got to push it into the hole and then just clean it out. So it's not that bad, but I've done it before. It's not, it takes a little bit, but it can be done.
Did it still come across? I mean, is the finished body, is it nice and smooth and like lacquer covered? Or because I mean, to me, if it's spray painted, it would just be really rough and kind of weird to the touch.
It has a mirror finish on it.
Oh, nice.
Fancy.
Yes, it's we took the body down to the 220. We sanded the body down to 220 using a bunch of an orbital sander really, and another flat sander. And then after we did that, we took it. We did a sealer on it, and then after it was sealed, because it is an alder body, so I sprayed a sealer on there. Then after that, we took and we started putting multiple coats on there. And after each coat, we wet sanded it, and then used a tack rag to get all the dirt and stuff off of it. So it's quite a process. But at the end, it's nice. And then, at the end, what you do is you take and you put it on a big buffing wheel and buff it out. And that's what it looks like.
Well, I have to look in the garage to see if I have a big buffing wheel.
Yeah. Yeah, big one.
I don't think I do.
You can use an automotive buffing wheel too.
Yeah. Not going to do it.
Yeah. a lot of work.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean,
is.
if I was going to paint one, because I've thought about that, taking a guitar, stripping down the factory paint, and then doing my own paint job. But I don't think, because, I would have to almost create some sort of sterile environment to keep the dust and everything else out of the paint.
It doesn't have to be that clean. You just got to make sure, because the thing is, the reason why I brought it there is this guy has a professional shop. He does a lot of woodworking and furniture and stuff like that. And I did a body outside, and I had a bunch of after I was done, I had some mosquitoes in the paint, and it wasn't the best. So yeah, as long as it's indoors, and you can basically get a lot of the dust out of the air, you're okay.
Huh. So yeah, I mean, I guess
it looks good.
Yeah, it does. I can't wait to play it. And I think you said you were going to sell that for $250,000. Was that the price tag?
Wow.
Oh, $500,000. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. When you got a great fine paint job like that, you're going to demand more money.
Yeah, I think I want to say that I probably just have a few hundred. Well, I probably have a few hundred into it. That's about it.
Yes, I mean that's a great profit. A few $100s compared to $500,000. It's a great profit.
The time is probably I've got quite a few hours in it.
Right. Well, hey, if you didn't spend all your money on fireworks this 4th of July, maybe you have a little bit of extra cash to buy a guitar. I don't know.
I did not spend any money on fireworks.
I feel like a lot of people didn't, because it was crazy here like the last 2 years, and this was the first year that it was like super mellow here. And so I feel like people weren't spending the money on fireworks.
I think that here a lot of people spent a good chunk of change on fireworks. And I don't know, like the fireworks stand that was just down the road from me, they had this big sign up. It was like buy one, get 4 free or something like that. I don't know if it was limited to the super snakes and the swirly whirls and stuff. But
do you remember when you lit a snake on fire? Like you lit a snake in the house, in the living room?
No, I don't.
You burned a hole in the carpet. Oh, did you not know that, Dad?
No, I didn't.
I'm pretty sure you did.
I don't even know it.
I remembered it. I was like, I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to do that.
I think you probably blamed that on me.
I'm going to send somebody a bill.
But anyway, there was a lot of fireworks. It was kind of chaotic, but it wasn't near what I think it has been in the past. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. We were going to kind of talk a little bit about, and these are, because Amanda carries the weight for all this, everything we do here. She comes up with all the ideas.
Yeah, it is true.
So if you want to send her some ibuprofen for her back pain, that would be much appreciated.
Yeah, or Tylenol. Advil's a little hard on the kidneys. Tylenol's fine.
Yeah. So is the music you listen to.
Exactly. And I just want to point out real quick before we get to that, Dad, I just want to mention that we are not sponsored by Body Armor.
What?
Oh, yeah. We're not.
Or Propel.
Or Propel, yeah. We're not.
No. Just throwing that out there.
Just what I have to drink.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess.
All right. I guess I'm just going to. It's just a bottle.
You got to put a little tape over it.
Oh.
Yep.
Sure.
Hey, we'll learn as we go.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Okay.
Oh,
what do you
I got it.
Dad joke coming. Hey, there you go. Yeah. Perfect.
That works.
Yes.
So one of the thoughts, Amanda, was American-made guitars. And I think when I originally looked at our show notes, which we work on a lot between episodes. Not really. We had Gibson, Fender. I think those are the only two that were on there originally.
Yeah, I believe so.
Oh, I didn't actually do any of the background research, so I don't know.
Oh, well.
So who put that on there?
Well, I think
I did.
Okay. Oh, okay. Well,
yeah. So, I mean, obviously the big ones, Gibson, which they make some of their stuff outside of the U.S., or is Gibson solely in the U.S.?
Gibson is solely in the U.S. Epiphone is outside.
That would make sense. Would make sense. Fender, we know that Fender makes guitars in America, but they also make them in other countries.
Squire.
California.
Yeah. So all Fenders. No, isn't there the Mexican-made Fender?
Yes, there's a Mexican-made Fender too. Yes.
Okay, so that's. I mean, I guess if you're considering North America, then yeah, or the Americas.
Americas, yeah, one of those.
As soon as I said that, I was like, wait a second.
Yeah, I mean, primarily they're in California, so.
Right. Yeah. Unfortunately, I can't find a Fender shirt that doesn't say California on it. So
right, like the one you're wearing.
Yeah, exactly. Not sponsored by them either. Here we go again with the T-shirts. I just realized that you're wearing Gibson.
Yeah. Oh,
Amanda?
I guess I missed the memo. I missed the memo.
Yeah, that'll happen.
No, I'm trying. It's patriotic. I'm trying to, patriotic colors. I don't know. Right.
That works. I immediately thought of Schecter and Charvel.
Mm-hmm.
Charvel's those Fender-made guitar.
But there's like a whole lot here. Just going to the Wikipedia, which we know that Wikipedia is always correct and updated. Nothing but facts, says Maury Povich. There's a few in here that I do recognize, like Alvarez guitars.
Mm-hmm.
BC Rich, Charvel that we mentioned, D'Angelico.
Yeah, they're made in Brooklyn.
Fender First Act. Oh yeah, First Act. That's everybody's first guitar. Obviously Gibson. I didn't know Gretsch was also on the list.
Okay.
So there's quite a few. That's good.
There is, and I'm just Jackson. There's some, and I don't even know if all these on the list are still in production or anything like that. I'm just going off the list. So there's quite a few out there. PRS. I didn't know PRS was made in America.
Yep, Maryland. I think I'm not 100% sure. I think I have 3.
You are correct. It is Maryland.
Wow.
Yeah, and I got 3 of them, I think.
Rickenbacker.
There's one.
There's Santa Ana, California. Huh. So there's quite a bit. I guess when I go out and I do my guitar shopping, I don't think I really necessarily look or pay attention to what guitars are made in America compared to another country.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, we all know that when Dad goes out, it's everything's got to be made in America.
Well, not everything.
Yeah.
Not everything. I have Apple phones.
I think it's probably more of a preference. He probably prefers it, but it probably doesn't. I don't know.
I mean, quality wise, there's nothing wrong with an Apple phone.
Well, no, and that's the other thing too, is that there are guitars coming out of other countries that are much more affordable than something that's made in the U.S. because, look at the economy, look at how much all the materials cost, plus labor and the machines and, the mortgage on the warehouse, whatever, the factory. So, obviously if it's made in America, it's going to be a whole lot more.
Sure. Absolutely. Yeah.
But I feel like the number of guitars that are being made overseas in other countries that are in the, say $350 and under range, I feel like the quality is getting better.
It has. It's improved over the years, yes. Matter of fact, even the Chipsons, which are basically Gibsons that are forged, basically. They're getting a lot better. Yeah, the knockoffs.
Hey,
they're getting
Dad,
a lot better.
I was gonna ask, do you have a Rickenbacker?
I do not.
I think you should get one. Rick should have a Rickenbacker.
Why doesn't Rick have a Rickenbacker?
Yeah,
it just makes sense.
You need to talk to Mom about that.
Oh.
What's the average cost of a Rickenbacker?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Probably 1,000 or more.
Yeah, made in America, right?
Yeah, I would say. I'm not even familiar with their line that much, but I've never played one. I'd like to play one, but I've never played one. So,
Just doing a quick little Google search, and just off what's showing up right on the top of like, oh, must be what you mean. We're looking around $2,000.
yeah, okay.
$2,000 going higher.
$1,000, $2,000, $3,000. What's it? Just $1,000.
Yeah, I mean, it's nothing. There's so much expendable income in the country right now.
2024, yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea how.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I don't know. I mean, pretty interesting to find out that there are a lot of these companies that I didn't even realize. Like Jackson Guitars, I had no clue that they were American made.
Yeah, Fender.
Well, see, I didn't even tie that together. But I mean,
Yeah.
what do I know?
Yeah, Fender's purchased quite a few companies. Like Charvel and Jackson, and there's other ones that I just can't remember off the top of my head. But it's the same thing as Gibson. You look at Gibson, Epiphone, they even own Mesa Boogie amps. So they diversified. So, and the same with Fender.
I mean, it makes sense. I mean, if you're already one of the big companies, Fender, right?
Sure.
How do you diversify your portfolio? You buy out the smaller companies because you already have the facilities, you have the materials.
Yep.
You buy the name and make them, keep the name the same, but what they bought, but it's all made under one roof, which is kind of nice.
Yep, that's true.
Yeah. If only I had that kind of disposable income to start up a guitar manufacturer, I'd have one employee. His
You?
dad.
No,
Dad.
No. Get to
I'm
making
getting-
guitars now.
He's retirement.
too
He's
old.
ready for retirement. Yeah.
Right.
I'm getting there.
You'll be my chief product tester.
How about
There you
consultant?
go.
There you go. So yeah, all right. How about some of these guitars that are patriotic themed?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think like this was kind of one of those topics. I'm like, oh, okay. And then as we went through down this rabbit hole, I kind of noticed that there was, for the most part, a common denominator for all these guitars that we picked.
Expensive.
Oh, expensive?
Expensive is number one. Yes. Hey, how do you like that? No thumbs up emoji when I do this.
That's right.
Yeah.
Different program.
Yeah, different program.
Okay, what's the other thing then that they all have in common? What's the
Well,
common?
I mean, let's take a look. Let's walk through these and see if you can figure out what they have in common.
Okay, let me ask real quick. Are these
Okay.
all specifically owned guitars by specific artists, or are these just like random patriotic guitars that we found online?
I think a combination of.
Yeah,
combination.
a little bit of A, a little bit of B. Yeah.
Okay.
They're just patriotic theme. The first one here that we're going to look at, I think this one is a Buck Owens signature Fender Telecaster.
Right.
Buck Owens is massive here. Have you ever heard of the
Really?
Buck Owens Crystal Palace?
No.
No.
Okay, yeah, that's here. And it's on the market for $7 million right now.
Really?
Ooh, you buying it?
I'm trying to get out of here. There's nothing that I want to keep me here. So yeah, no.
Not even seven. Was it, you said 7 million?
Yeah, 7 million. It's crazy.
But
Who's gonna
this
have that money?
this is actually kind of a nice guitar. I like the fact that it's simple. It's got the red, the white, the blue. It's got
The yellow's
gold.
throwing me off.
Well, is it the yellow or is it the gold?
I mean, it looks yellow to me.
It's probably was white and it's changed yellow.
Hmm.
It's plastic.
See, to me, it looks gold, and I think the gold
Maybe
looks
it's
really
gold.
nice.
Yeah, but you're also colorblind, so
well,
grain of
yeah.
salt,
Right, but I mean, gold is a precious metal. You can't be colorblind to that.
I guess.
Right.
But I do like the Telecaster. I like how this is a very nice, simple, patriotic style paint job, I guess you could say.
Right. I wonder what kind of pickup is in there. See the bridge pickup?
Yeah, you got a bridge. It looks like a single coil, or it could be a hot rail.
No, it's the bridge. No, the bridge is a humbucker.
I'm thinking, yep, humbucker.
Right.
I was looking at the neck.
The neck is a single coil. Yeah, but it looks like it's could be a Seymour Duncan or DiMaggio.
Yeah, it's hard saying. And when I went through and kind of looked some of these up that were on the list, I did notice that a lot of them were like $2,000 plus.
Yep.
So,
it's pocket change.
Right, exactly. And of course, by the time I got halfway through the list, I'm sitting to myself, I should have taken note of approximately what one would cost, because most of these are older guitars. They're not like brand new guitars on the market.
Right.
What's the second one?
The 1985 Gibson Map.
Now this one, when I saw this one, this just looks incredibly uncomfortable.
Right.
Yeah. You don't want to sit.
No.
Yeah, it's definitely not a sit down style.
Florida's going to hurt. Yeah.
Florida's going to hurt. And I don't know why, but the Northeast looks a little large than what I would think. And for some reason, all I see is Texas. I don't know why.
Yeah, but I look at that and getting to the volume and tone controls would be difficult.
Oh yeah, you'd have to have like another bandmate do that for you.
Yeah,
you'd have to reach. Yeah,
I'm surprised they didn't put the pickup switch, up where main is.
Yeah, that would be easier to get to.
Yeah, that would be a whole lot easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess you build this thing and somebody's got this great idea. Hey, let's take a map or the outline of the United States and let's make that the body of the guitar. Then you put the neck on and you measure everything out and you're like, what the hell are we going to do with everything west of Iowa?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I guess we can put the tone and volume knobs all the way back there.
Yeah.
That's it's just crazy.
I wonder, I'm looking at that, and you see where the blue is? I'm wondering at the edges of the guitar if that's actual binding, because that would be an unbelievable job if it is.
Oh, yeah, if they did binding instead of like a paint or a decal.
Yeah. That would be hard.
Either way, I think it's a really cool idea. I think it's out of the box.
It's different for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I want to say that this thing has probably like a $6,000 price tag.
So is this one unique? There's only like one of them, or can you buy these? Like, is there more than one?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Or is it just like a unique?
Know. I mean, I think Gibson made a few of them, but I'm not 100% sure on that.
Yeah, there's got to be somebody out there listening or watching that would know how many of them are made. But yeah, that's not something I think that if I had that guitar, it's going in a case, it's going to be displayed on the wall, just to be something cool. No, I don't want to
It's not practical.
I don't want to end up on the floor in the fetal position because Florida kicked me in the wrong place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't blame you.
So then we have for the next one here, 1965. And again, with these, I don't know if they made multiple years of these, but Mossrite, is that how you say it? Mossrite Ventures?
Yes. Mossrite.
Mossrite? I've never heard of them. Is it Mossrite, or is that the company, or is it?
I believe that's the company.
Yeah, I've just never heard of that. But here is
that's nice.
The Salesman.
I like that one.
Yeah, that's kind of a shredder, like almost like it could be used for metal, it could be used for blues.
Mm-hmm.
But I like that paint job with the red, the white, and the blue stripes.
Yeah,
very clean.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Very clean.
Actually,
this is probably one of the more affordable guitars on the list. I'm thinking. I shouldn't even say that. I don't know.
Yeah, actually, good story is the Ventures, that the way they got that guitar and how they went about getting it is a whole story in itself.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, just
Do you know the story? Or are you going to make us look it up?
No, it's a weird story. It's about the manager who basically knew of a company that was making guitars and then wanted them to use it. And they've used the guitars, and I don't know. It was a weird thing. So there's a book out on it. So
why isn't it called The Manager then?
I don't know.
Like, why the salesman?
Well, because he did a good job selling it.
I guess.
Okay.
So actually, this one here, just quick research without looking too far into it. Looking at, that one was about $5,200. Yeah, so... and that's exactly what this one is too. It's obviously this particular one is not still for sale, but that's what they had it listed for.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, I mean, that one looks really sharp. I like that one. That one's it's got. Is that a Gatsby bridge or something like that?
Yeah, it could be.
Or Gisby, or I can't remember. I know a Gretsch. I see a lot of Gretsch guitars with that style of bridge on there.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
The next one on the list, this one is Blueberry guitars. Never heard of Blueberry guitars either.
Makes me want a yogurt.
Okay. But we're back. That's actually
back to the salesman.
There we go. Yeah. So this one is an acoustic, obviously. Very, very ornate. I mean, look at that. Just that neck is just awesome.
Right, the inlay.
Wow.
Yeah, the inlay. Yep. And I think this came in a 12 and a 6 string variant.
Yep.
Interesting.
I would want that in 12. I don't have a 12 string yet. I need a 12 string.
Yeah. One thing is I noticed you shouldn't hang a guitar that way.
What way?
Behind you?
Oh,
I
see that. Yeah, because it's got the right underneath the headstock. It's got the fork to hang. So,
yes.
Obviously, that was a vertical picture that I turned towards.
I was looking at that and I'm like, well, that's pretty amazing how they hung that like that.
You're getting into the wrong details here.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Okay, but I do know on the headstock, I think there's an eagle on there or some sort of bird.
Yeah. That looks
Yeah.
cool.
I think it's an eagle.
That's it is really cool. And there's a few other ones out there. I think Kona, they have pretty intricate woodwork on some of their guitars too. But
cool.
yeah, I mean that one's got the eagle, the proud eagle. I dig it.
Yep.
Yeah. Very cool.
And then this one here, actually, I was kind of surprised on this one because I'm not a fan of Kramer.
Okay.
Like Seinfeld?
No. I'm not a Seinfeld guy either. But I just remember. I don't know. It's just weird. Now, if I saw this in the store with I love the red and the white stripes, and then the pick guard is the stars. If I saw that, and it doesn't matter what brand except for Gibson because I don't have Gibson money. But if I saw that, I'm like, yeah, you're going home with me. You know that
I like that one.
I like the look of that one. It's sharp, and obviously this is slightly used, so it's got some wear and tear, some scratch marks and stuff like that. Yeah, character.
Yeah.
Yep.
I like that one.
What year was that one?
This one actually doesn't have a year on it. Like we didn't specify a year for this. But I've never seen anything like that in the store.
Right.
No.
And
I have to imagine this is a little older.
Look at the pickup configuration. That's odd too.
Oh yeah. Well then that would make me think that underneath that pick guard is the swimming pool, where it's just a nice big open cavity.
Yeah. But the thing is, usually it's they put a humbucking on the neck and a humbucking in the bridge, and they put a single coil in the middle. This is completely opposite. Just something I noticed. That's all.
Well, that is definitely unique, and I would not have noticed that at all.
Yeah.
So, have you figured out what all these have in common yet, Amanda?
6 strings.
No.
Okay, well, we're going to keep on moving then. We have a Toby Keith Stars and Stripes here. Another acoustic. So this is the second one on here. And this has got to be like just a big like sticker, like a big vinyl wrap or something.
Yeah.
I'm sure it is.
I mean, it's, that's the closest thing to like a real picture of a flag on the body.
Yeah.
Yep.
Other than that, it looks like a standard guitar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The tree didn't grow like that.
How old is that the wood for that guitar? Well, no more than 13.
What brand is it? I can't tell on the.
That one is a Takamine.
Yeah, Takamine.
Takamine.
Yeah,
that sounds like a video.
Sounds like
game
a vitamin. Oh, video game. Okay.
Take a shot of Takamine and call me in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one actually, personally, I'm not super impressed with. I mean, it just seems like that's something that's thrown together, put a famous name on it, and just sold for way more than it's worth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that one, not my favorite, but it did make the list.
Cool.
Now, the next one here, Dad, you're going to have to tell me why this one made the list, because I looked at it and I'm not 100% sure why this one made the list. This one, it is another Gibson, correct?
Yes, this is my favorite.
Because it's got an eagle in the corner?
Yes, that's the reason why.
That's it.
That's it.
So subtle, it's American.
Yes. And the thing is there's an eagle on basically all of them, but it's just one color. This has a few different colors.
Yeah, and it's called the Bicentennial Firebird.
Yep, Firebird.
So why, like, to me, when I see that, I'm expecting like a Firebird logo or something like that, not like a little eagle sticker on the pickguard.
Yeah, this is actually a unique guitar. In that, if you notice the middle of the guitar, where the bridge is, if you look down the whole guitar, it looks like it's raised.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it really is raised off the body. What they do is the neck is one piece through the body.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So this is a sort of unique guitar. I've always wanted one, and I almost had a chance to get one a long time ago, but didn't work out. But this is Firebird.
I can only imagine a long, long time ago in a galaxy far, far away how much a Firebird, a Gibson Firebird, would have cost. But today, you might be able to find one somewhere between $3,000 and $7,500.
Yeah.
Nice.
I want to say it was 12, 13 maybe when I was looking at it.
Yeah. In long time ago galaxy money. Yep.
Yeah, many moons ago.
Yeah. And then this is the final one, and this is going to be a little bit different. I put this on the list because I feel like it deserves to be on the list of patriotic guitars. It's not necessarily themed, but needs to be on the list. And that is the Fender Telecaster Custom that Chris Stapleton played during the Super Bowl 57. That it's a come on.
Why is it such a tiny guitar for a big guy?
Well, I mean, it's probably normal sized.
Yeah.
But Chris Stapleton, I think, is kind of a bigger guy. Like, he's a husky guy.
Yeah.
It's all black though. I feel like that's very That's not very...
It's very plain Jane. It doesn't fit in the description of any of the other patriotic themed guitars that we put on there. But like, to me, that was something special. And I feel like the Fender Telecaster Custom Black, I just have to imagine after he played at that Super Bowl, played the national anthem, I feel like they probably sold 10,000 plus more units.
Yep.
Could be.
Yeah. Never know.
Yeah. That was the list, a quick list of patriotic themed guitars that we came across. And if you're listening to this and you're thinking, I really don't know what they're talking about, well, remember, we're now on YouTube, so you can go back and
watch the video.
Watch the video.
Yep.
Or you can just move to this spot and see everything that we were looking at the exact same time.
Okay, so what did they all have in common? What was the common denominator? I missed it.
Almost every single one of them had the Stars and Stripes or an American Eagle on it.
Except the last one.
Except for the last one.
Patriotic. I feel like the word patriotic is like an umbrella term for all of those things.
Yeah, okay, you're not wrong.
Never am.
But when I think of Chris Stapleton Chris Stapleton playing the national anthem at the Super Bowl, he's an honorary Eagle to me.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So, whatever.
Is that the one with, was that the Super Bowl with Rihanna?
No, maybe, I don't know.
I don't remember. I must have missed it. Must have missed that.
I can't remember.
Was it just this last one?
No, it wasn't the last one. I think it was like two. Well, yeah, it was like, I don't even know what Super Bowl we're on now. Oh, it's all over YouTube, so you can catch it. It was quite good.
Usher. It was Usher last year. Okay. Yeah, I didn't watch it.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Speaking of songs that we don't want to listen to, Usher.
You forgot one thing, though.
What?
Oh, yeah, we missed that.
Yeah, you could have talked. Well, not going to talk about them, but
we don't have a ton of time, so let's.
Right, you have patriotic amps and patriotic cases for guitars.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm sure they make everything, you know.
Yep. If they can sell it, they make it.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Patriotic toilets, everything.
I don't know about that.
I'm sure it exists.
Yes. Somewhere there's a patriotic toilet.
Probably like in Ted Nugent's
Could be.
house.
Yeah. You never know. Hey.
That guy totally has a patriotic toilet. 100%.
Yeah, no, I think that would be a purchase that I would personally skip. It's just
okay.
It just doesn't seem right to me.
I guess you're right. That makes sense. Yeah.
But before we get into the next piece right here, I just kind of want to bring back to last episode. We talked a little bit about John.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
did he reach out to you?
Yeah, he commented on the last episode on YouTube. It's not John's fault.
Yeah, I did see that. I laughed.
Sincerely, John. But then he did text me, and he's like, "I'm coming after you guys." I'm like, "Oh, okay."
What does that mean?
I don't know. But yeah, he listened to the episode. He can't wait to get on. So it's all good, all fun. So yeah, songs that you would put on your 4th of July playlist.
Yep.
Now, for me, this is hard. This is a hard one.
Really? I
Yeah.
didn't think it was that difficult.
Well,
Nope.
I mean, okay, both of you went out and put your songs, and you just did 3. Dad, you did 4. And I'm like, oh, yeah, this song. And then I'm like, oh, no, they already got that one. Oh, this song. Nope, they already got that one. I did try to get a little creative. And then I started thinking to myself, one of the songs that I have on my list, I would only listen to it if it was on somebody else's playlist, but I put it on.
I know exactly which one that is, and we're going to have a talk about that.
Okay.
Yeah, so do you want me to go first for mine?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, so the first one for me is Surfin' USA by the Beach Boys.
Good song.
Why not?
One of your favorite bands.
They're from California.
Totally. I know. Yuck. I don't know. It's
USA.
like it's a good, like, I don't know, like summer song too. You know what I mean? Like it makes you feel like beachy, and I don't know. And then the fact that I don't know. Really, when you think about it. Oh, hold on. In the song, do they talk about just cities in California? Now I can't remember. Or do they talk about
it's been so long since I've heard that song.
Anyway, and then the other one,
I could see how that one would fit in.
Yeah.
4th of July, kind of hanging out. You might not have a beach close by, but the Beach Boys will bring one to you.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's on every 4th of July playlist. Find me one that doesn't have it on there. Next one is God Bless the USA. Duh. Lee Greenwood.
Yep.
Duh. Yeah.
Gotta blare that one. And then any song by the U.S. military bands. I don't know. I just love those. And then watching
the musical, the classical style, or
the ones with the drums and you know what I mean, or the drum, a drum
bands.
line, and then
so it's
yeah.
so it's like musical. There's typically no lyrics there.
No,
okay.
No.
Right.
It's just if you think of a military band. I don't know. But they play it at what's the thing downtown? Yankee Doodle Pops. They have the same thing. They have a band, live band, and they play with the music, and then the fireworks go up as the music builds. I don't know. I just like that. But I also like college bands, or for the football games when they do the drum lines like that. I love that stuff. I don't know. So yeah, those are mine.
Oh, okay. I don't know if I'm going to be on the same fence as you with the army bands.
Okay. Well,
I mean, not saying that they're bad. It's not my cup of tea.
That's fine.
Right.
That's fine. But they play it did you guys go to any fireworks shows?
No,
we didn't either. It was too hot. Yeah, we just watched it on TV, the DC, the Capitol. We just watched those.
I didn't do that. I think I sat on the couch and watched Cops or something, hoping that the Des Moines police would be making fireworks arrests, and it didn't happen. But
that's hilarious. That is so patriotic. That's hilarious. What'd you do for the 4th? I just sat on my couch and watched Cops.
Yep.
Did you at least have snacks? Did you eat snacks with it, or?
No. I just sat there.
Well, that's boring.
Yeah, pretty boring guy.
All right, Dad.
I'm next, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
Mine's iconic.
Oh, naturally.
Yeah.
Yes. Listen.
Why are you introducing
back.
this song like you're introducing a new fragrance to the market?
I go say this is a good one.
This song is iconic.
Yes. I my best one that I've ever heard, best song, Star Spangled Banner by Jimi Hendrix. When he did
That's a
Woodstock.
good one.
We had to make an errand. We ran an errand on the 4th, and that song is on one of my husband's just regular playlists. And so he played it, and he's like, roll the windows down. And he's like, I'm blaring it. And he took his hat off and put it over his chest and just was driving with one hand at his hat. It was hilarious.
Do you have video of this? Because
I do.
I mean,
he made me take video of it. So I did.
I do. In fact, I like that one as well. I tend to like Dave Navarro's version a little bit better, but it's also not 30 minutes long.
Yeah, I agree. I also think that with the Jimi Hendrix version, some of it is just too drawn out. It's just get to the point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
But I don't think, here's my thing though, is to my limited knowledge, I don't think that you would have all these other artists trying to create their interpretation. I feel like they're all trying to create their interpretation of what Jimi Hendrix did.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So without Jimi Hendrix, I don't necessarily think that any of these other really cool versions would be out there.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and the second and the third one, I sort of like the third one better than the second one, but I put it down as the second is Neil Diamond, America.
Neil.
Oh, yeah. Guess
that
what?
Don't get
in the car. Don't get in the car with Mom. She's going to put that song on repeat for you.
Yep. And then the next one, number 3, and this is the one that I like. I don't know. I think I like it a little better. Bruce Springsteen, Born in the USA.
Born in the USA. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
And then my fourth one is Tom Petty, American Girl.
I could listen to Tom Petty every day, all day.
Yeah.
I do like.
I don't even know
Tom
that
Petty.
I've heard that song.
Oh yeah, you have. I bet you if
Yeah.
if you put it on your playlist, I bet you'd be like, oh yeah, I do know this song.
I only
Yeah.
think of like Lenny Kravitz, like American Woman. That's all I can think of.
Oh, that's another good one that I didn't
Yeah.
even think of. I'm gonna put that. I'm gonna switch out my number 2 for Lenny.
No,
Kravitz.
no. Now you have to keep that on there because we're gonna have a conversation.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I'm sure. Oh, we're running out of time. See, no, I'm just kidding.
That's the episode.
No. So my first one is I didn't realize how much I really like Metallica until just recently. But Metallica Hero of the Day, like anytime that I'm going to do a 4th of July playlist, that's my number 1 song. Song number 1, Metallica.
I don't understand
Hero of the Day.
why. It
What do you-
doesn't scream patriotic.
Well, I don't, you know what? It doesn't, you don't have to like it. Just like I don't like your army bands. Like, not saying that they're bad. Just
okay.
not my cup of tea. And I don't know, 4th of July, Heroes. I don't know.
Okay.
And then obviously I've already mentioned the Star Spangled Banner, Dave Navarro. We've already talked about that. A classic one that it's not necessarily patriotic 4th of July, but it really kind of just identifies every average white person in America. Neil Diamond, Sweet Caroline. Like,
Oh yeah.
come on,
Good
that's
song.
got to be on your playlist. And then,
Not mine.
yeah, it's on mine. And then Amanda's favorite song. She begged me to put this on her on my playlist. Miley Cyrus, "Party in the USA."
No, and
Oh,
this is
boy.
the one that I have a problem with. I thought that I was seeing things when I saw this on your list. I almost put a question mark after it. Like, what? Why? It's so weird.
So okay, so here's what I'm doing. Like, I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay, I have a couple 4th of July playlists, right? Apparently I've butchered them a lot since I've created them, taking things off and so on and so forth. But I'm like, why is this on my playlist? And I'm like, well, it's on my playlist. I'm just going to go ahead and put it out there. But this is the only time that I would listen to this song is on the 4th of July playlist. Any other time, I'm in my car, driving to the grocery store, skip, next.
Yeah.
You know, I think I even had a Swiftie song on my playlist too.
No, absolutely not.
And I was like, this can't be my playlist. I think Amanda has hacked my account and put these songs in my playlist.
Nope. Nope. Absolutely not. Okay.
Yeah. So anyway.
Yeah.
Great.
Well, I know that my playlist is great. Dad's playlist is great. Tim's is questionable at best.
Jeez.
This isn't my playlist. I'm sure this is yours.
No. No. I don't even agree with Neil Diamond's Sweet Caroline. I don't even agree with that.
What?
Yeah. I only agree with the Star
You've been
Spangled.
out west way too long.
I know. It's frying my brain. Okay, so do we have time for music news or do we just want to cut that?
Let's do it.
It's time for music news. Coming to your 4th of July playlist, music news.
Spilling tea like it's 1773.
I love it.
All right. Okay. I just have 2 quick things. The first one, which I sent you guys a video. Did you guys watch the video?
Yes.
I didn't even know you sent me a video.
Yeah, I sent a video.
Uh-oh,
Well,
somebody
this is-
failed.
Okay. You get a big
Lord.
F.
Am I getting kicked off the show, please?
Yeah. Dad's the new host. So, okay. So Steve Vai is looking for content for his new music video for Zeus in Chains. He recently created an app called Zeus, which projects a 3D model of Vi shredding on any backdrop that you want. The app costs $2.99, and people have already submitted their videos to Vi, including one video of him playing in a toilet bowl and another playing on top of a plate of green beans.
This sounds worth every bit of $2.99.
I thought it was a joke. It's 100% serious.
Yes,
Hold
it
on,
is.
App Store.
You got
The song
to
is
look
good.
at
Have
it.
you listened to it? The Zeus in Chains. It's actually really good.
Yeah, Steve-
You haven't listened to it? Steve Vai, his new song Zeus in Chains.
No, I have not.
It's good.
I'm looking for an app called Zeus.
Yeah.
I don't see it. Did they already take it out of the App Store?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe just for a short time.
Yeah, either that or maybe you have to go to his website or something and click
Download it. Yeah.
a button. I don't know.
Might be.
I just
Yeah, because he
Might be
probably
on
doesn't want Apple to take any proceeds from it. He probably just wants,
well, if it's in the App Store, they're getting proceeds. But
Yeah.
I'm not sure why that didn't show up. But I might have to look for that because I got some ideas.
Yeah. Well,
It's hilarious.
What they do is it's a picture of him playing on a green. He's playing in back of a green screen, and then your camera you use your camera, and you can see what the background is. So he's playing on a toilet bowl, playing on a green beans
With dogs. Yeah.
Yeah.
On a table in the middle of people's dinner.
I would go to my local coffee shop and order coffee, and when she hands it out the window, Steve Vai would be just sitting there jamming on top of my coffee cup.
There you go. That's
so many
perfect.
ideas.
And then you would probably make his music video. I don't know.
I don't know if I'd go that far, but
well, I kind of think that's a lazy way of trying to do a music video. It's like, hey, I'm over it. I'm gonna have other people send me content. I don't know. I just
but at the same time, I like the fact that they're, to my knowledge, they're thinking outside the box. Doing
getting
something
people
different.
involved.
Yeah. Like I'm not like necessarily like a Steve Vai fan, but this song's really good. I like it. Listen to it.
Yeah, I'm gonna listen to it after we get done here, which should be shortly.
Yeah. Okay, one more thing. I hope I'm pronouncing this right. Goner Music, which isn't great if I'm being honest, what I'm about to say. If it's really pronounced Goner.
I hope
music.
they didn't marry Rhea. Could you imagine the invite for that wedding?
All right, you guys. Okay. Goner Music has reportedly acquired Sam Ash Music's assets for $15.2 million.
Pocket change.
Yeah.
The Mexican firm hopes to revive Sam Ash Music over the next 3 to 4 years and wants to revamp their online presence and give Street Puddle a run for its money. Do we think that's actually going to happen? Or?
No. Good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck. What are they going to do? Give you free chips and salsa when you walk in the door?
No, that'd be great. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, you get instead of getting candy,
you get chips and salsa.
Yeah.
Just
if they
pop
do
it in the microwave.
If they do it, you heard it here first. I'm suing.
Queso?
Some queso. Yeah.
Oh.
They give you
spend over
100.
Yeah, if you spend over 100, you get queso.
Yeah,
the white queso dip.
Free margaritas. Anything over 500.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. So anyway, I know we've talked about Sam Ash several times about how they've filed for bankruptcy and da-da-da.
Right.
Anyway, so I thought that was interesting that I guess there's a company out there or a business out there that's trying to help them out, I guess.
Yeah, no, I mean, for sure, if they can actually pull something off and bring Sam Ash back into the now, and like, can they compete with Street Puddle? I personally don't think so, but I think they can probably become a runner-up.
Mm-hmm.
But they're going to have to do everything just right, and but do you think
3 to 4 years is that too little, too late at that point? You know what I mean? I don't know.
Well, how much money do you think you're going to have to dump into the business I'm not saying that you can't do it in 3 to 4 years. It's just how much money are you willing to spend to get there?
Right.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to guess that you're probably going to spend another $15.2 million to get there, but now you're a $30 million company.
Yeah.
I just, that's why I don't know if it's doable to give Street Puddle a run for the money. I don't think so. Other companies, I think that there's a lot of room for them to beat out other big box companies. But don't forget about the little mom and pop shops too, because they're not playing with $15 million.
Mm-mm.
Yep.
So that's the only thing that stinks about these big retail chains. You can, there's some stuff you can only get at the big box retail or the online retail, but there's stuff that you can get from your local mom and pop. If you can get it there, I would probably try to get it there first.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Anyway, let's see. That's
We're over
that's
an hour.
probably it. Yeah, we got a little bit of start time that we're going to cut out, so we're right here at an hour. So we should probably go on and get.
Okay. All right. We appreciate you listening to this special patriotic episode of Pandemic Guitar Podcast. If there's anything that you want to talk about in future, if there's anything that you want us to talk about in future episodes, please feel free to reach out to us on Instagram at Pandemic Guitar, by email, pandemicguitar@icloud.com, and Facebook, also on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. As always, keep on playing or don't. We won't tell. Or maybe we will.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Happy birthday, America.
Happy birthday. See everybody in 2 weeks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.